Okay, it's another marathon session. I'm not letting Dharmesh Mehta go from this office of Saptarishis Astrology till he gives us pravachan, knowledge, vidya on another planet. Today is Wednesday, so it has to be Budha, Mercury. Thank you, Dharmeshji. I know you're tired. You're tired. I know after 1 hour of recording, another hour of recording. We'll try to reduce this session, but your Mars session was power packed.
Yeah.
Every time you come on camera, people seem to have fallen in love with you. They want more and more and more. I don't know if you do you see our YouTube videos where people have posted comments on you?
I think my Kendra and his videos has hit so many reviews.
Right.
That somebody also write up to me also that where were you, from where you came. I thought I was a common man, I was here only.
And you know, people have even written on Kapil Raj. Kapil Raj is an astrologer in US.
Yeah.
He has a YouTube channel also,
Yeah.
very popular guy. You know, and they have written to him also on his Facebook post that please bring Dharmesh Mehta on Kapil Raj's channel. You know, it's a very popular channel. And anyway, Budh. What is Budh, Mercury? What is the secret behind Mercury?
Yeah.
One word, like you said about Mars. One word that people have not thought of.
Mercury, as its name says, a Buddha. Buddha is a buddhi, application of mind. So Buddha only operate with the application of mind. So for anything from starting to Mercury to end to Mercury is all application of mind. See, all people, as they have a red cells, we talk about the Mars, every people have a grey matter. Grey matter, might be you are aware that in our mind as a memory stored. Where it is stored, no, that's it's like storage inside where our memory lies. So memory lies where that fluid is called grey matter, and that is a memory. That is why Mercury is green, and Mercury is called the application of mind. So from beginning of our life in bodies, the first organ becomes, the first cell of your body becomes makes of mind. पहला सेल जो बनता है दिमाग का, that is the mind. Because after the completion of mind, in the third month the mind develop. After the completion of mind, mind gives a order to the body. Now make a head, now make a hands, now make a legs and all the organs. So that is a Buddha, that is a Mercury, and very powerful, again very destructive. Because Buddha, this all saint has not said anything good about Mercury and also not about bad, because it's a neutral. See what happened, that Mercury in our astrology was considered as not a malefic planet, not benefit. Same like your mind and your application of mind. If you are roaming with the good people, your mind will apply on that side. And if you are roaming with the bad people, you apply mind. So it's a merely application of mind. So that is why Buddha have only the application of mind, and Buddha never have a inclination on the malefic side or benefit side. So that is why Buddha in your horoscope is a neutral. Some people believe them Buddha as a napusak. It's not a napusak. See, your buddhi mind always act. It never that's people more inclined over their mind is okay, but don't blame it as a napusak.
No, eunuch planet.
Yeah, don't do this, because it's after all it is your application of mind. See what happened, the Mercury, as Shastra says, if Mercury is with the benefit planet, it is give benefit effect. With the negative effect, it will give you negative effect. But Sechi said silent about the third condition. Can you believe which is the third condition? No, just think about. If we sit with the benefit planet, Jupiter, Venus, Moon, it will be treated as a good. If we sit with the Sun, Mars, Rahu, Shani,
What if Mercury is alone?
That is a critical position. Even the sages don't want to say about this. So always astrologer, being a good astrologer, you should read between the line. Here the between the line, the alone Mercury, if Mercury sit alone without any inclination, is maha danger, very very dangerous. Those who have a Mercury alone, no, in any house, don't advise him any time.
Yeah.
See what happens. See, your mind is always with someone. If you go with the good people, you will apply mind there. With the bad people, but think about the situation when you are alone. What you are doing? When you are alone, what you are doing? You are doing without your imagination. The lots of things you are doing, and not always good, not always bad. So that is why Mercury, whenever seated alone, the sage is silent because of that. Let people experience.
It's
And
dangerous.
it's very very dangerous because it's a destructive. Because whenever the people sit idle, no, it's only the sages know the art to sit alone and do meditation. Not all the individual can sit alone and this. Now, as per the astronomically, as in my earlier video also I said, those who know calculation only able to predict. Nowadays people are not taking hard effect to learn a calculation. Even you are also.
I am also in that. I don't have the intelligence to understand calculations.
So those who understand the astronomy, what astronomy says, that sun is the main planet. After sun, who's the second planet? Is a Mercury. Is a Mercury. That is why you are always find Mercury with either sun together or either earlier house or the back house. So after your in your body, what the astronomy teaches, in your body the primary important things is your soul, Surya. The second important thing of your body is your intellectual. Think about the people who doesn't have a mind. See, as our Hinduism believe that the things you use more will always have a deficit in the next birth. That's true because of the Mercury. If there is a lots of application of mind in the one birth, then the people, those who are insane, lunatic, idiot, they are the person very, very intelligent at their previous birth. But this birth, because of the Mercury, they are not able to apply their mind. So the second priority of your life in your body after soul is your mind. So mind is very much important in your mind. So mind, total entire your brain, entire your gray matter is with the Mars. See, who's mother of Mercury is always considered a moon. Moon is a mother of the Mercury. So moon is always your mood. But out of mood, what you are able to achieve is a Mercury, because it's the outcome of moon. So whatever you think, I should become this, I should become that, whatever the mood says, but what you actually become is a Mercury. See, Mercury is only have a karakatva of two house only, 4th house and 10th house. It's not, many people think second house karak, no. Mercury can be only karaka of the house where you actually need the application of mind. Where you actually apply your mind at the time of study, 4th house, at the time of work. You don't apply your mind out of these two things. See why Mercury is always exalted in 6th sign, not Kanya being, it is 6th house. Why? Because there you have to apply your mind to curb your enemies, to come out from your depth, from come out your to apply in the job. So 6th house exalted. Why? Because whenever you are facing any odd situation, apply your mind, exalt your mind. That means exalt your mind. Why it is debilitated in Pisces? It's not Pisces, it is in 12th house. Whenever you are spending, whenever you are enjoying, don't apply your mind. People while going to restaurant, no, they will see, the husband will see right side,
the wife will see on the left side.
Because she is female Venus, so she only enjoy, and people always calculate those. So it's a calculation, is application of mind. But if Mercury, see Mercury, that is also a product of astronomy. Only astronomer or the who know the astrology by calculation will know that Mercury is the only planet which simultaneously retrograde and combust. Only one planet. It's only one planet. You will never find any planet whose combust will never be retrograde, whose retrograde will never be combust. See, the retrogression is opposition. See, sun never allows Mercury to go beyond 40 degree, and he will never allow to come near to 4 degree. If 4 degree, he will retrograde, he will throw back. If 40 degree, he will pull him. So whenever you will find Mercury simultaneously retrograde and combust, that is a genius people. See, combust, see all the combust planet gives the result of sun. Sun take the result of that combust. And when there is a retrogression, as the one video I already told, the retrogression planet got the more power. So Mercury is the only planet after losing your decision, losing your thing, you can still revive. That is a condition of combust and retrogression together. So that technique I use whenever the Mercury, see Surya and Budha always hand to hand they will go. Sun will take a 30 days to complete a sign, and Mercury takes a 28 days. So always there is a chasing, going together with this. That is your soul and mind, because your soul desires so many things, but only things happen which your mind applies. So application of mind is Mercury. It's having only 5 places to affect your house. 2 its own sign, 1 it has place, 1 is aspect, and 2 is card. 6. Only 6 house it can be affected. And more or less you will find 50. I have seen 50 to 60 kundlis where Mercury is always combust. You will always find, because they are always a neighbor each other. In 30% I found Mercury is retrograde, and in many rare conditions you will find Mercury is in motion. If Mercury is motion, not a good sign. Mercury in retrograde is very good sign, and Mercury is combust, then means he will never apply his mind. See, sometimes what happens that due to the elders live long period, you don't have to apply your mind. Elders means sun, and Mercury means your mind. It is also said, whenever people said that whether I'll get an intelligent wife or not. So you see, from your sun, Mercury is ahead or behind. If it is ahead, that means from you, the wife will be more intelligent. Mercury will be.
Let me check my horoscope.
You're always very enthusiasm about checking that things. You'll find the person whose wife is more intelligent, have sun.
No, my Mercury is behind 10 degrees.
Behind means you are more intelligent than your wife.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. So what happened that you go ahead and your mind always behind support you. Whenever this is a good condition, that sun should be front and the Mercury should be. So all your appearance is without with the backing of your mind.
Okay.
With the backing of mind. If Mercury is ahead of the sun, then what happens? People first they will think and then they will do. Normally what happens, people will do and then simultaneously they think, okay, now what to do, what to expand this. So Mercury, as it is a planet of intellectual, you will find very intellectual with the Mercury. See, Sun Bud, it creates a Budha Ditya Yoga, as we said. But people just forget that the Yuti and Param Yuti will decrease the value of the Mercury, because within that 13 degree of Sun, Mercury combust. So people are predicting, you have a Budha Ditya Yoga, you should learn so many things. आप बहुत पढ़ाई करेंगे. हाँ, वो बहुत पढ़ाई किया, 10वीं 5 बार किया, 12वीं भी 5 बार किया, बहुत पढ़ाई किया. Because
so he's repeated the standards.
Why? Because
the exams.
It is not a Budha Ditya Yoga, it's a Mercury combust, ज़्यादा पास में आ गया. It has come near to the sun. So you have to always check with the Mercury that it should not be combust. See, if it is combust, no, in entire of your life, you spoil your life due to your wrong decision. Whenever the Mercury is combust, no, it is a very bad and pity situation for any person that after taking decision, compelling to take decision, and always the decision goes reverse. So Mercury, that's why it's very important. If Mercury is in motion, that means you will only apply your mind when it is necessary. That is also very bad situation. Yeah, when Mercury is retrograded is a very good thing. He will apply everywhere. Even though people will not ask, he will give the reply. Hey, why don't you do this? Or why don't you do that? So whenever Mercury is retrograde, his mind is accelerate. Retrograde means
Yeah,
over
means,
itself.
some people who always have an opinion.
Yeah.
हर एक चीज पे opinion. So, okay, now I understand Facebook. Facebook is now when I understand. There are some people on Facebook, you're not on Facebook, you're happy. Okay? There are some people on Facebook, they have an opinion on everything. Everything is not the word. And I think, how do they get the time to do this?
That's
I mean, can't they have some peace in their life? But this is an important part about Mercury retrogression. I'm going to test that.
Yeah,
I'm going to ask some people, do you have Mercury retrogression?
See, so whenever not require, also they give their opinion. So sometimes what happens that people will criticize that is extra intelligent or.
Let me check my wife's chart. She might be having Mercury retrograde sometimes. I don't know. I don't remember charts,
Might be there because Mercury I found very good planet. See, it's a base root. That Mercury is the base root of astrology. Why? It is said that Mercury and Jupiter, whenever triangle to each other, people become a good astrologer.
Yeah?
Because you need a calculation with intellectual. See, there's a adversal relation of Mercury and Jupiter. Why I said adversal relation? Because see, let me give you an example. You have a books, no? Please give me one book.
Any book?
Any book. I'll take from this.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a very good book, by the way, Ganeshwara Shastra.
Oh,
it's on Nadi Astrology, but fantastic.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm promoting the bookshop.
See, this is a book. When you start from the title, everything you read, you pass all the pages, you have seen, read. See, you are reading, and at the end, you come to know this is a book about astrology and all rules are there. This is Mercury. Because everything now has gone in the memory. So, while second time you are seeing the book, now you will come, oh, I have read this book, this is for this technique, as you said, this is Jupiter. Now it is converted into the Jupiter.
Okay.
Mercury always tend and incline toward Jupiter. Because he is a buddhi. Mercury is only a mind. But intellectual is just ahead of it. After seeing book from reading, at the time of reading you are always curious, what will happen? New things will come, new things. And you read entire things. When you read entire things, you are in the part and the role of a Mercury.
And then you digest. Second time you digest.
Digest and you get an intellectual, oh, this is for this application. You apply the rules. So that is Jupiter. And one more stage is still remain. Whenever you actually see, come to know that this book I know, this is astrology book, this applies this. But actually when you apply in the Kundli, that is Saturn.
I was about to say that. That's the experience. That's the experience.
So Mercury always feed everything. See, once you make a scanning, scanning what happens, that same book, Xerox, scanning, this all are the Mercury business. When you call that the Mercury business, why? Because it's, as it is, it will impress. Either in mind, either in the physical form. All papers are Mercury. Why? Because it will increase and add your knowledge. So Mercury is in the stage of memory only. Whatever you store, see, your memory is so powerful. In 2004, I got some why don't you check your memory? I was very much ego about my memory. So I thought my intellectual level should be so high. When I made my brain mapping test, then it come to know I am using only 8%, 0.8% of my mind. Only the supercomputers, Sakuntala Devi and this, they are using only 3% of their mind. See, that was the highest. We all have a same 200 grams of mind. 200 gram ka beja. But people I only use 0.8% of my mind, means entire capacity I only use it. So Mercury is all veins. See, if you see any computer, suppose this mobile, if you open from backside, no, there is always this all IC is there. IC, all this computer chips, everywhere it is IC. Which color it is? It is always green.
Yeah, true.
Why? Because it's all memories.
Correct.
Goes inside. So Mercury is a Mercury. See, name itself is a Mercury. Mercury is also called some element also, no? If you have this thermometer have a mercury inside, no?
Correct.
Para, what you say, mercury only,
Mercury,
no?
yeah.
Mercury. So mercury, if you pour in some object, no, it will take a shape
Shape
of that.
of that.
So that is a Budha, that is a mercury. Why mercury is always creating the shape of the object? Because your mind is always shaped towards that things. So as Mercury, now we'll let apply into the horoscope how the Mercury has to be interpreted. First I have given the precaution that if it is with the Sun, always check you have a Buddhaditya Yoga or Buddhist combust. Majority will find a Buddhist combust. See, the people who has a combust Mercury, they will always think so much, so many things they will come. Entire night they will think, tomorrow I will speak this. If he asks me, I will speak this. And next day, people won't ask you anything. So you waste your energy. That is a combust Mercury. They apply their mind, but their mind doesn't get a chance to come out. So that is a combust. So apart from Buddhaditya, combustion and retrogression, now we'll apply how to open the house which occupy or the owner of the Mercury. So for that what you require, so whatever the house occupied or the lordship of Mercury, suppose we take an example of Gemini ascendant, then it's see, Mercury and Jupiter, two are the planet always appear kendra to each other. That is why because one always support other house. That is a relation of the Mercury and Jupiter. Mercury and Jupiter always have a tendency to increase its other house because they place kendra to each other. Either in the 6th house also 6 to 9, 9 to 12, but kendra from each other.
Sure.
So they will always add the value of other house that many people doesn't know. See, if you find that Dvisabhav Lagna, no, dual sign, you will find all kendras with only two planets,
Sure.
Jupiter and Mercury. Jupiter, what the Mercury is the same example I was quoting about the Gemini ascendant. The Gemini ascendant, the ascendant lord is Mercury.
Correct.
After your mind is developed for your body, mind will automatically go towards the pleasure. It will automatically. In other house, it is not possible. See, suppose in the Simha, Leo ascendant, the lord of first house is Sun, but fourth house is Mars. Both are different planets. So whenever there is a combination of two houses, now only the Mercury and Jupiter have a Kendra's placement. So after completion of one Kendras, no, it will directly move to the second Kendra. That is a beauty. See, I consider Mercury and Rahu in the same footway.
Yeah.
Same, both are same.
Really?
Yeah. What happens that Mercury also give result to whom it sits. Rahu also give result of whom it sits. Mercury has a sign Virgo as exalted own side. Rahu is also inclined to have own sign Virgo. It is exalted in Gemini, so it gives same result of the Rahu. But Mercury is a good version of Moon. Rahu is a bad version of Moon. Both are from connected with Moon,
Correct.
but one is a positive and one is a negative end. Rahu is a destructive. We have already discussed in the Rahu's thing. So Mercury, whenever you have to open the house of Mercury, that house doesn't open until you apply your mind. If you apply your mind, then only it will open.
Okay.
See, suppose things are in front of you, but you don't know how to use this. If it is a lot of fourth house, you'll say how it will is. You don't know how to apply. Now apply your mind. Take its manual and read. Oh child, operate like this. Then you operate. So Mercury always need a application of mind. Gemini sign. That is why I said that why it's exalted in Virgo, because there you need more extra application of mind. So Mercury, whenever placed with the for any house, suppose it in first house, that means see whatever the seated, I always give the weightage to the owner. First is owner, then Karaka, then seated planet, and then aspect. There are four category. People just jump in any mode, but there is a priority and hierarchy in the horoscope. First, every house will be operated by its own lord. If it fail, doesn't give, then it goes to the Karak. The burden moves towards the Karaka. Karaka fail, then the seated planet.
Planet positioned in that house.
In that house.
Yeah.
And if planet is not placed, is somebody is aspecting. So always there is a two direct effect and two indirect effect in every house. So direct effect with the Lord. The two house lordship with the Mercury will only open with the application of mind. Wherever both is placed, see the difference where it is lordship and where it is placed. See where it is lordship, it will only open with your mind, own mind. When it is placed, suppose Mercury is placed in second house, so to earn the money or to keep relation, you have to always hire someone mind. See, it is placed from outside, no. People just misinterpret this.
Can you repeat the last two?
Yeah. Suppose Mercury is placed in second house. See the difference of second house is owned by the Mercury means to earn money and to take keep good relation, you have to apply your mind. It's your own house.
That means it's Taurus. Suppose, for example, Taurus luck.
Taurus ascendant, yeah.
And second house will be Gemini.
Gemini.
There Mercury is placed.
No, not place, owner. He's just mere owner.
Okay.
He's an owner. So what happens then? To earn the
Activate
money,
it. Activate
to
the second
activate it, you have to apply your mind.
mind. Okay.
But if by default it is placed in second house, to get the result of second house, you have to hire someone's mind.
Oh.
Mercury is placed, no, it's not a owner. That is why all four hierarchy I explained you. If it is owner, karaka, seated or aspected. If it is merely seated and aspected, that means you have to hire someone's mind in this house. So to solve your dispute, family dispute, to earn money, you always have to depend on others' decision. There's a difference between the seated planet and ownership. So if see by default, the Kalpurusha has placed Mercury sign in third house and sixth house, Gemini and Virgo. Why? Because to make anything new, sahas, daring, you want to apply the mind, and to curb all your negativities in sixth house, you have to apply your mind. Otherwise, if suppose your application of 8th house, Karaka house, Jupiter, the Karaka house, Mercury explain, people will think, so should I die? You will die. See, many people speak, no, I don't want to live, I'll die. They will live long because Mercury is not affecting anyway in your life. So that is why Karaka was not given to Mercury. Otherwise, people will think, now I should die. Then they will die because he has applied their mind. So that is why Mercury is only given to the place where actually your mind has to be applied. Required. So whenever it is Karaka, now it is Karaka. Karaka means from inside. See, Karaka always plays inside. So inside means where you have to apply your inner brain. House occupied by this outer brain. Karaka is from inside the brain. So for application, suppose study. See, teacher teaches. In the school, whatever the teaching is going on, no, it's a Mercury. Where you have to mug up everything you have to put inside your mind is all Mercury works. And teacher just read, no? They will just read. They will read the chapter and end the chapter. So all the stage of Mercury. Where even though somebody has already teach you, you have to again apply your mind. Why? At the time of exam. Because insidely it is a Karak. Fourth house Karak. Fourth house Karak is a primary education. See, for primary education only you need your brain to be mugger. See, what our education system, though it was not so good by Lord Macaulay, everybody is criticizing that why we should study history, why we should study geography when I become a doctor. But no, this history and geography is mere a subject to expand the capacity of your mind. See, suppose a balloon, if you blow the air, it will expand its capacity. You remove the air, still it will be expanded. The same thing our education system is there because it's a Mercury. It has to expand the space. Then let air go. Let history and geography go out. It has expanded. So Mercury from inside means you expand your mind insidely. It will all file folders. No, what you store here is a memory chips. Right. It is again a Mercury, memory chips. It is also there in your mind also memory chips that you can transfer to others while speaking. Now I am speaking, I am you are downloading and I am uploading my knowledge. That is also Mercury. Correct. And in computer it is said all software deals with the Mercury. and all hardware deals with the Mars. Those whose good Mercury will become a software engineer, and they will produce some or other techniques. As in astrology, we are always behind the techniques. So Mercury is a technique. So whenever Mercury from inside it is work, means it's a Karak for 4th house and 10th house. See, at the time of work now, you have to think it 2 minutes, 4 minutes, how to do, how to do this work. So for that also you need inside brain, and for study also you need an inside brain. That is why it is placed in the Karaka. So whichever house Mercury is placed, just placed, seated, that means for that house you have to hire someone's mind. Example 7th house, best example. If your 7th house is occupied by Mercury, that means for taking a decision of choosing a person as a wife or as a husband, you have to consult someone. Someone will say, no, no, it is good, no, why don't you marry? And he will marry. So he needs someone's consult. That is why consulting, counseling, advising is all the work of Mercury. See, normally teachers will teach you everything.
Yeah.
But professor will not teach you everything.
Yeah.
He will only stick to his subject only. He is a specialist now.
Yeah.
Because he become guru now. He become a Jupiter.
Yeah.
He is not a mere teacher. So that is the difference between teacher and guru or the elders person. So Jupiter, I always, Mercury, I always like a good thing is, it is very soft. Mercury is very soft. You can turn into this. It's like a clay.
Yeah.
You can make anything out of this. But that is also a very dangerous thing if you are tampering. See, I always, people who are a bit of tapping, you know, people have tapping, that they tap the feet, tick, 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 tick. They have a hand to tick, tick, tick. Tapping is registering as per the neurologist. Don't tap. Those people who have a vibrate mode now, they will one or the another day they will face the paralysis. Why? Because you are always activating your mind. So mind will always send some rescue teams, always send, because it's a Mercury. It will always send. And at the time actually when the rescue is required, mind will think, Are is a regular days, don't send. So Mercury at that level very hard. All the Mercury diseases, loss of memory, then you have schizophrenic, Budha, schizophrenic. People will live in the illusion, schizophrenic. Then Chandra Rao, it's also not a good combination. Chandra Rao, it's good for the story writer, plot writer. If you have a combination or anybody have a combination, see that he is a good writer, good poet, or those who have collection of so many people, see that they are good writer, because they can think about it, they can think in advance. Then Jupiter and Mercury, good combination for astrologer and advocate. Jupiter and Mercury. Mercury Jupiter is always a combination of a good astrologer, and there will be a good combination of a good advocate. I think you have honored some Mr. S.N. Kapoor.
Right.
He is a judges of Delhi High Court.
Yeah.
And a very renowned, very
No,
old.
he I think Supreme Court or something, and then chairperson of the Planning Commission or Law Commission, something like that.
And he was also chairman of ICA's
Yes.
Delhi chapter.
No, full.
Achha, entire. Because after this Raman, Mr. Raman, B.V. Raman Saab, then I think there was a this space was there. So I know, because there is a very good advocate, means in the legal field, and a very good astrologer. So you'll find many astrologer. I don't name myself because I too have a two different quality. Because both the way in the legal also and in astrological, you have to use your analytical brain.
Right.
By planetary, see, combinations are very few. If you think 12 sign, 9 planet, 144 multiplied by 12, hardly 1300 combinations are there. That people can learn within 2 years, 3 years. But to practice, it's a years. That Jupiter and Mercury combination.
Right.
Then Mercury and Saturn combination, very good, very depth in knowledge. Whatever the memory part is there, it is also come into the part of application. Many people have, many saint I have seen, Jupiter, Mercury and Saturn combination.
Mercury and Saturn.
Very old sages, very renowned astrologer, those never come in front of the people. They have very deep knowledge of this astrology, they will find. And Budha Rahu, that I consider very negative combination, because that's a mind apply for destruction and destruction only. Both high node of the moon, one positive node and one negative node combined together. You'll find in 6th February 1962, where the
Planets together.
yeah, 8 planets together. See the beauty, people, how deep they can reach. See, whenever all the planets, because in between the Mercury will come, that is why I am introducing this example. On that day, the 8 planets are there, only Ketu is in the front of that.
Correct.
So what happened? Every planet is seated with the sun. Every planet got combust. Many planets, moon was there, it combust, Mercury combust, Saturn combust. Because they are degrically so nearby to the sun, they all combust. So combust planet give always a result of sun. That means your first house, second house, third house, fourth house, all 12 house, Lord, seated together and combust. So they are giving, now 12 house is ruled by sun. Here the people, normal intellectual ends. No, see the further. What the further is that, because the moon, sun and Rahu all seated together, that means it's a situation of solar eclipse. Solar eclipse, that's the only calculation part. When moon and sun together, Amavas, and that is a time where moon was not there, only sun available. So Rahu will adopt the sun, absorb the sun. So it is a situation of Grahan. And only in the Grahan Yoga, Surya Rahu, Grahan Yoga, only sun power get absorbed by the Rahu. Now see, the 12th house is not ruled by sun, 12th house all are ruled by Rahu. And Rahu is a, as I say, Rahu is a higher version of Mercury. See, Mars higher version is Herschel, Mercury's higher version is Rahu. Higher version means negative shade. Venus higher version is Neptune, and Saturn, Pluto is a higher version of Saturn. So if you want to see the more result of that planet, see the higher version, or you can say the latest version. People are not reaching to Herschel, Neptune or Pluto, but at least start Herschel with the Mars, Pluto with the Saturn, and Venus with the Rahu. And for Rahu, you already available Rahu, and either you study with the Mercury. So Mercury, if placed any house, you need someone to consult that things. So I am not going in each house wise, because everywhere, whenever it is placed, apart from its own sign and apart from its Karak house, you have to adopt mind from outside. Then only you will consult. See, in the 10th house, if the Mercury is placed, it's not good to go to the business. Always good in the advisory, because Karaka Bhavanasya, it being a Karak of the 10th house business, you will take so many decisions that will spoil your business. That is why it is not advised to take
Better
business.
be as a consultant.
Being as a consultant, you can see many times you will think that he is opening so many business. Why he is not opening his own business? This is a reason. He can't open his business, but he can advise so many people to open a new business. See, there are so many share market consultants who will make you earn you so many things, but they will lose. Why? Because the Karak Bhavan also. So Mercury being seated, adopt the advice or take the advice of others. Being owner of that house, take your own decision, application of mind, and being Karaka, in-depth knowledge of your mind should be required. That's the only three things. Mercury doesn't play any negative shade, only apart from this combustion, then Mercury and Mercury Rahu. That's only the two worst combination of Mercury. So if you have any
Questions?
question of
Yeah.
Mercury.
I mean, how exactly do you see when Mercury is alone? How exactly we find out that it can be dangerous, it can be positive or extreme? How do we find that?
The same thing the saint has said, that whenever anyone has a Mercury alone, leave him alone. Don't go nearby to thee, because he will corrupt your mind also. Because alone, whenever you sit, no, you find your mind is so much accelerated, and you want to impose the same thing to the opposite. But one thing you can consider, the Mercury when seated alone, see the owner of this, dispositor. See the dispositor of this. whether the dispositor is favorable to him or not. If it is a favorable, suppose Mercury is seated, Mercury's friends are only Surya and it's a Venus, Saturn and Rahu. So Venus and Saturn, if it is placed in the Taurus, Libra, Capricorn, Aquarius, that means he is in the friendly mood. He is in the with his friendly things, and it is adversely because only the moon is enemy of it. If it's seated is with his enemy sign, then think that he will be extremist, negative. But altogether alone Mercury means is a dangerous person. Don't take your advice from him. Otherwise, what happens? He will change your opinion. He will supersede your opinion, and ultimately you will be loser. He has just feeded something in your life. See, nowadays computer says the virus. Virus is Mercury.
Mercury alone.
Yeah, Mercury alone is a virus.
Ah.
See, virus in the definition, virus means power. Virus is a power. Virus definition is power. Which power which you cannot control is a virus.
No,
So Mercury alone is a virus. So those, see, there are many crackers, no, who crack the, or what you say, hackers, sorry.
Hackers.
Hackers, Mercury, you will find a Mercury alone.
Yeah.
They will hackers because they can create something which another has left, just they are left, no, from where he will lead.
Okay.
So hackers always think reversely. See, you put your code language and whatever, they'll go one step ahead, no. So they are Mercury. This all hackers are good Mercury. They are not retrograde Mercury. See, retrograde Mercury means create new things. No? They are not creating new thing. New thing created, they will break.
Okay.
So they are breaker, not a creator.
Not a creator.
So that's all this.
One quick question I had,
Yeah.
like Mercury Moon combination. What do you have to say to that?
See, same thing I said that moon is a ocean, out of which one glass of water, whatever you take, no, is a Mercury. In your mood, there are so many waves are going. The waves what you catch, no, is a Mercury. So whenever they are together, that means there are lots of waves are also coming, and sometimes some waves has some tides or some effect. So, but it is not a good combination because moon always create Mercury as a friend, but Mercury adversely think that is not a friend. It's treated as an enemy. Because of that, this good says, I said, माता को माता न भव, पुत्र को पुत्र भव. मतलब कि माता कभी भी नेगेटिव नहीं होती अपने बच्चों के लिए, बच्चे कभी कभी अपने माँ के लिए नेगेटिव हो सकते हैं. सो Mercury can adversely affect the moon, but your mood, because you have taken some wrong decision, it will spoil your mood.
Right.
But mood will never spoil your mind. So it is adversely, let us say.
Thank you so much, Dharmesh Bhai. Once again, Dharmesh Bhai has rocked the show, given us something new, and we just hope that he comes fast with Saturn.
Saturn.
So it's Saturn.
My favorable planet.
Yeah, and let there not be a long delay for Saturn. Please come on Saturday, sir.
Yes,
Thank you
definitely.
so much, Dharmesh Bhai. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.